Welcome back. This is Indie Learning Music Tutor. I'm Harry, your tutor, and today we're going to be talking about fretting, and then we'll be doing exercises to practice the different fretting philosophies. I'm hoping I can get this in the video right. Alright, so as far as fretting is concerned, there's really three main philosophies that I use. The finger per fret, which is the general standard, you know, one finger each fret. It's pretty self-explanatory. When I call the 1-3-4, where I use the first, third, and fourth finger, and generally I use this when I'm using pentatonic lines, because I will generally stick to using just the index and the little finger, and anytime I need to hit a chromatic note in between, I'll use my third finger. Basically, the idea behind this is that I have preset, pre-wired into my brain which finger I'm going to be using if I'm going to be going to a chromatic note in between two. And even with major pentatonic lines, I'll always do a shift and only use my ring finger, my third finger, only because then I always have that answer set. It provides better muscle memory rather than swapping between the two. Generally, if I'm in a wide setup like this, like if I'm doing a pentatonic line and I'm starting on this, I'm doing finger per fret on a major pentatonic. But generally, with the pentatonic minor scale, right? There's a lot of spaces there where there's only 3 frets. You know, the first fret you're on, the one in between, and the third fret, and I'm back and forth like that. So the 1-3-4 gives me that set answer for a quick 3-note chromatic line. The other method, and this is a method I learned from Gary Willis Masterclass, is the 4+2, which is basically finger per fret with an additional 1 on either end. And generally what that's used for is to help move up the neck. Perfect example, G major scale. Running it up on two strings rather than going allows you to move more mobility up towards the upper register of the neck. Obviously, this has uses if you are if you're trying to get from lower register to upper register. Utilizing 4+2 will help you get further up faster. Alright, so as far as exercises are concerned, there's 2 different types of exercises I like to deal with when I'm working on my fretting. Generally, for the 1-3-4, I'm only really just going back and forth between whole steps. Just practicing the 1-4 part of it. And then once I get comfortable with that, I start adding Generally, that's the easiest exercise to start with. It'll get you warmed up. The finger per fret exercise, there's a lot of different permutations you can do with it. You can go straight up and down. And then you can go up and ascend frets, and then return back down, and you can do permutation exercises, which is something I'm going to cover again later, but it just means going out of order. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, you go 1, 3, 2, 4. That's a whole other set of exercises that involves the 24 permutations you can do with your fingers. But I generally try to do that a little later. Once you're comfortable with this, then we'll move on to that. As far as the 4+1, basically, starting on the F, I'll do an exercise that basically goes like this. F, shift to F sharp, G, G sharp, A, shift to A sharp, B, shift to C, D, C sharp, D, D sharp, shift to E, and that's where F is. But we would, from here, if you wanted to continue up, you would go F, shift to F sharp, G, G sharp, A, shift to A sharp, B, shift to C, C sharp, D, D sharp, shift to E. And here we are at the 9th fret from the 1st fret. But that's a chromatic line, that's not the scale. You can run scales that'll be a little more musical, but we will be touching on that after we do theory. The practice exercises that are involved with theory involve a lot of scale work and what have you. So that's the fretting lesson. Ta-da!